Hello, everyone. Lisa's losing it. Yes, she is. Okay, well, right now we're assuming so because I haven't jumped on a scale since last month. I only get on a scale once a month right now. And so, I'm confident that I'm losing it a little bit at a time right now. We are making a few lifestyle changes and adjustments. But I have to say, wow, wow. The comments from last week's video were just amazing. They touched me. You can't believe how much they touched me. And the fact that so many of you either went through something similar or have family members that have gone through it, and all of the positive words and the words of encouragement and the success stories that I'm hearing are just they make me feel a lot better, about my decision. You know how you kind of, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. You've put a lot of thought into it. There's a lot that goes into it. I just paid off my last medical bill. So there's a lot that goes into it, and it's not easy. And I walk into it knowing that it's not easy. I've been paying attention to quite a few different influencers that discuss it on a regular basis, and so it's pretty cool. I've actually found somebody on TikTok who was 56 when she had the surgery, so I'm like, I'm gonna watch this. And she went from 300 to I think 131 right now, so I'm gonna go back through her videos, just to check them all out and see all the different things. But it's encouraging. It's definitely encouraging, and so you all have given me great strength and encouragement to keep moving forward and to just take one day at a time. I'm going to share with you in a week or two my little secret. I'm not getting rid of them. Quite a few of you mentioned about clothing, right? And so last week, what I did, my major accomplishment for last week is I went through my closet. And I'm not a clothes person anyway. I had a wardrobe for going into the office. I had a wardrobe for being around the house. I officially own more t-shirts today than I have collectively owned my entire life. But they're comfortable, they're easy. Just grab them and run, right? Leggings have become a way of life because, well, they're easy. I don't know how attractive they are, but they're easy. So I had the nice warm ones for the wintertime. And now that we've moved into warmer weather, I've got some lighter ones. And they're always black. Phil's like, why don't you put on a lighter color? I'm like, because I don't own a lighter color. Because black hides everything, doesn't it? Black hides everything. So, I've got some pants that I can wear that are not leggings. I've got some shirts, some tanks, because when it gets really hot, I'm a tank top person. I'm never going to get out of that. But as far as clothes go, I don't have a whole bunch of clothing. But I did go through and filled 5 large kitchen trash bags with clothes that I have no intention of being able to fit in by next October. My clothes, I tend to get baggy anyway, right? So there's sweaters, pants, all kinds of things. Clothes that I just know for sure I will not wear again. I did get rid of one winter coat, maybe two winter coats. I kept a jean jacket that I've had forever that stopped fitting me even longer ago. Because I'm like, hey, I'll be able to wear this again, at least for a little while. This dog just always. But I've never been a big clothing person. It just wasn't my thing, So I saw quite a few of you that mentioned that, I need to learn how to, surf the thrift stores and do that kind of thing, and don't buy a whole bunch because it won't fit for very long and all that other stuff. And that's something I've been very aware of. And so I'm not buying any more clothes. I've got enough to get me through the summer, And then as far as winter comes, I'm mostly concerned about staying warm, because I remember when I did keto that I was always cold. I was always cold. And, we live in Michigan, and it's pretty cold here in the wintertime. And so my concern is being warm enough. Now, when I did do a lot of thrift store shopping, on occasion I would see a sweater that I just adored. I'm like a huge sweater. I love sweaters, right? I would see a sweater that I just adored, but it obviously was never going to fit me, right? But I'm like, I cannot leave this at the thrift store. This is 100% wool. This is gorgeous, right? And so I would buy it, and I'd bring it home, and I'd be like, Phil, there's this really cool sweater if you want to wear it. He never did. He never did. So I moved 3 of those gorgeous, very inexpensive wool sweaters over to my side of the closet because I'm like, you know what? Next winter, I might actually be able to wear those because they're extra larges. There's hope. You never know. If not, October, November, December, then maybe January, February, or March, I'll be able to wear them because I hate being cold a lot. I hate being cold a lot. That is where my love Coco, my dog, her and I, we split ways because she's always warm and I'm always cold. So I went through and seriously cleaned out the closet. The amount of clothes that I got rid of was kind of staggering once I went back and looked at it. The one thing that I have not gotten rid of that I will end up showing you is I have a Rubbermaid tote someplace around here that has 14 or 15 pair of Levi 501 jeans, back when they made real jeans, right? Not the stretchy stuff. And I covet those every day. I refuse to get rid of them. They are packed away in a Rubbermaid tote because it took me a few years to gather them up. I got them off eBay, right? They're great. They're all a size 18. They're all size 18. And if everything holds true to what I'm reading, I'm going to be in that size for a very short window. After that window, I will part with them. I will sell them. But one of my life goals is to fit back into those jeans. About a year before I met Phil, I fit in those jeans. So he has never known me when I was wearing those jeans. And at the time, I was very, very active. I was waitressing still. I was running around like a lunatic. So I was much more active and fit into those jeans. I loved those jeans so much because I can't stand stretchy jeans. Do you guys like stretchy jeans? I don't like stretchy jeans. I want jeans that, hold me, like they used to hold me. Only there's more of me now, so they don't hold me quite that same way. So I am going through, I've gone through all of those clothes. I got rid of winter coats. I'm going to have to get a new winter coat. That will be a thrift store item. I kept my hoodies because I'm thinking I'm probably going to need them for layering. But so here's my big question. My big question is, what did you do with your clothing? Did you get rid of everything? Did you save everything just in case? Did you, did you find yourself going back to the same old, even though it didn't fit anymore? It was too big. What kind of things did you run into when it came to clothing for you? I'd be really interested to know and see what kind of guidance you suggest for this. And did your feet get any smaller? I mean, really, okay? At the age of 12, I was 5'8", and I had size 10 feet. Somewhere over the course of the next, 20 years, my feet grew to a size 11. I don't know why, but they did. But I was still 5'8". Well, over the, last couple of years, somewhere I lost 1.5 inches. I'm now 5'6.5". But my feet have been 11 wide for a very long time now. I'd say about 20 years, honestly, if I'm thinking back on it, about 20 years, because I used to wear 3-inch heels. Not while I was working, but, in my off days, I'd wear 3-inch heels. I'm like, I love these things. Now, if you tried to put me in those, I would die. But the wideness of my feet has definitely been an issue for finding comfortable shoes. When we were working in the yard last weekend, I put on my good quality tennis shoes. I got some New Balance tennis shoes that were meant for walking and doing all this other stuff. And I'm like, I'm going to be a grown-up here and put on shoes. And I hate shoes. I really do. So I wore the shoes all day long with socks, right? And by the end of the day, quite seriously, my feet hurt so bad I thought I wanted to die. And it was for no other purpose. It wasn't a rubbing or it wasn't too small or anything like that. It was that they were confined. And these were wide shoes, but it was that they were confined. So I'm curious as to whether or not you think, did any of you experience that where maybe your feet got a little bit smaller? That would be an interesting thing to have happen. I would enjoy that. Even if I am shorter now, I would enjoy that a little bit. Being able to, I'm not expecting to go from an 11 to a 7, but from a wide to a regular width, would be amazing. That would be something to really look forward to. And then I could start looking at shoes, not buying them, but just looking at them, right? I am considering setting up a reward, I don't even know what to call it. Something where when I meet certain goals, I can get myself a reward, right? And I have no idea what quite to make that because, well, it can't be clothing and it can't be shoes. And I'm not really much of a jewelry person. I wear the same necklace. I have the same earrings. I, wear the same rings on my fingers. So I'm not quite sure what to make that reward. But I'm thinking about setting up something like that because I have from now until September-ish to start reining in some very bad habits. This, yeah, you can tell when my world is on fire, and my stress level is very, very bad because this is what I call my stress bubble, and that happened over the weekend. And I'm like, I promised myself that would never happen again, and it did. So it's been probably about 6 months since I had one of these, but it was just all stress. And I'm like, okay, did I eat my stress? Did I eat my stress? Did I eat my stress? I'm sure at some point I did a little bit, but not like I used to. Not like I used to. So I'm really working to try to remove any of those temptations. We don't keep a lot of sweets and stuff in the house. We really don't. Every now and then we'll get some cheap cookies, you know, and put them in a jar and they're gone in a few days. Every now and then we have ice cream in the house. But for the most part, I just try not to have it around. I try to have things like cheese and crackers, which is better than ice cream and cookies, right? But still not a great thing. So that's one of the things that I'm going to be working on quite a bit. But so I'm just kind of cattywampus all over the place this week, and I apologize for that. But I'm really let's talk about clothing. Let's talk about clothing. So, what are your hints, tips, and tricks regarding clothing? What do you suggest that I keep or I get rid of, right? I did keep some sweaters, but mainly just because I know I'm going to use them. Do you get cold? Are you one of those people that gets really cold? My grandson's mother she's been cold for months. She had this done also. And I'm not sure actually which surgery she had, but she's constantly cold. And I'm like, I hate being cold in August, but I'll learn to live with it. So throw down your answers in the comment section below. Let's have a discussion. I really wanna chat about this, and you guys are such an inspiration. You are such an amazing inspiration. I can't believe it. So I'm hoping that you stick with me on this. This week's video is, like I said, it's kind of candywampus. I've just been dealing with a lot of stress with work and whatnot, but you're amazing and you're wonderful, and I appreciate you, and I am going to accept any help you toss my way. So let me know what you think about the things that we talked about, and we will be back next week. Until then, everyone.